Alright, so here we go. Part 2 of Lorne Armstrong. This time, we're going to be, from here on out, it's Lorne Armstrong versus Chris Hansen. And, it's interesting. But before we get started here, I was extremely tired before I started recording this. And it's just, I wasn't, I don't know, I wasn't as cheerful and positive as I was before I started watching this. And so it's just something, I always get into a good mood watching this, and it's just, I'm very appreciative that this exists, because imagine this didn't exist. Oh my god, how different would all of our lives be if this did not happen? And we're so thankful to have lived in a time where this happened, because we could have been born in the 1790s, or something like that, where this was never even a thing. This was, we wouldn't have this. But we were lucky to be born at a time where this is not only happened, but preserved for all eternity. The internet will live on, and this will always be a part of it. I mean, assuming Chris Hansen doesn't copyright strike crazy again, because this did go away, actually, for a period of time. But it's back now. Alright, my recording cut out. A little bit peeved off about that, but here we go. Hey, sir.
Hey, sir.
How are you?
All right, how are you doing?
What's happening?
Not too much.
Not too much? You a Boston fan?
Yeah, actually, I don't even watch baseball.
But it's a Boston cap.
It's a Boston
Fucking
camp, yeah.
asshole. That's a Boston cap. I don't even watch baseball. It means Lorne probably got this hat 10 years ago in the clearance section of a Goodwill or something like that. Lorne doesn't even watch baseball. He just has the fucking hat, and he's probably had it for years. He just refuses to get a new one. But yeah, Lorne, at this point, October 18th, 2007, the Boston Red Sox are playing, oh shit, 2007. Was that against the Detroit Tigers? I think it was against the Detroit Tigers in the ALCS. They were playing them at this very second. And Lorne, Chris Hansen probably wishes he was watching it. But no, he has to stay here and fucking grill a piece of shit like this. Wearing the fucking hat, doesn't even fucking realize that they're playing right now. His favorite fucking team. He's just wearing the hat. What a piece of shit. And of course the Red Sox won the World Series that year. And so Lorne, not a baseball fan, but this team right here, is the team that won the World Series. Oh, one team's glory and one person's downfall. Love it.
So what are you up to tonight?
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot?
No.
Well, I'll tell you, for the last several days you've been up to a lot. You're a pretty prolific chatter there.
As you can see, Lorne was a little bit confident at that point. He was like, it's a Boston cap, yap, yap, not a whole lot. And now he realizes, oh shit, he has the chat log. Oh shit. Lorne, you're going to have to explain yourself. What are you going to say?
You want to explain yourself?
Not really. I never really was going to do anything.
You weren't really going to do anything.
No.
Yeah, fucking right. Oh, man. So, it is interesting. Chris, Lorne, less than a minute ago, maybe a little bit more than a minute ago, was asking Kayla, can I have a kiss first? And he's like, I never really was gonna do anything. And Chris Hansen never brings that up, though. It's a bit interesting. Why doesn't Chris Hansen ever bring up what they say before he pops out? He never does that. I don't know why he doesn't do that, because it would be, it was kind of, boom, you got him. You caught him. So, I mean, he less than, a minute and a half ago, you asked for a kiss. You weren't gonna do anything.
So you brought condoms. What else did you bring?
I brought her a bracelet.
A bracelet. And she is how old?
She's supposed to be 13.
Supposed to be 13.
And how old are you?
Lorne is very upset. Lorne, supposed to be 13. Lorne is very upset about that, because he's like, damn it, it's happening again. Of course, he was codfished by Amanda James. He's like, oh no, it's happening again. I think that's what Lorne, when Lorne is crying throughout all of this, I don't think it's because he's embarrassed. I don't think it's because he's upset about going to jail. I don't think it's because he lost his precious little princess. I think it's because he is mad or just upset that, oh no, it happened again. I got catfished. And Lorne, at this point, Lorne does not realize that this is a sting. Lorne wouldn't realize it was a sting until many, many hours later when he was in a jail cell with the rest of the Kentucky Predators. He would not realize that this was a sting. He thought, in his opinion, I'm jumping all over the place here, but I mean, maybe I should be saying this towards the end, but fuck it, I'm going to say it right now. Lorne thought that Chris Hansen, that Kayla, somehow, the Yahoo police, found the chat logs, contacted the authorities, and the authorities called the news. And this is Chris Hansen. He doesn't think that this is a sting operation. He thinks that this is a news report and they are just targeting him and him alone. And look at Chris Hansen. He's going in for the kill right here. Look at that face. I think Lorne gets it. Lorne gets it pretty fucking rough from Chris Hansen. I mean, he fucking deserves it. I'm glad it happened, but he gets it worse than a lot of other Predators do.
37.
37.
Today.
You have kids?
Today. No, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I've got nieces, though,
Nieces.
that I think the world of.
Yeah, you talk about your nieces in the chat here. And you talk about how you like to spoil the nieces and how you would like to spoil this 13-year-old girl like you spoil your nieces.
Yeah.
Is this the way you spoil young women?
No. So I don't think it's ever come out throughout all this shit with Lorne Armstrong. More info about those nieces. Because those nieces probably saw this. They're like, oh, fucking hell, Uncle Lorne, why would you do this? And they probably have seen this uncut. I'm sure they've seen the uncut. They've had to have seen this uncut. And they'd be like, oh, no, he brought us up. He brought us up. Why would he do that? And yeah, I mean, Lorne's relationship with his nieces is something that is, I think, a little bit underlooked in the whole Lornography thing, you know? About how he says that, oh, his nieces asked him, or he bought his nieces a pair of short shorts, and he's like, yeah, that's creepy. I wouldn't want my uncle, I mean, my uncle would never buy me short shorts, but, and uncle, if this happened, you know, where an uncle gave somebody, you know, oh, clothes that your parents don't want you to wear, that's creepy as fuck.
Now, what's your name?
This is what I was afraid of.
What were you afraid of?
Stupid move.
Stupid
What
move.
were you afraid of?
Stupid move. Yeah, I fucking love that line. I recite these lines all the time. Just when I'm in my house by myself, I'll fucking walk up the stairs saying, "Oh, this is what I was afraid of." Stupid move. I do that all the fucking time. Just it's not. I don't know. I don't think it's very healthy, but it brightens my day a little bit. And yeah, that is one that I recite quite a lot. This is what I was afraid of. Stupid move.
Just because she was a nice girl and
She was a nice girl. You still haven't told me your name, though.
it's Lorne
Lorne what?
Armstrong
Armstrong. And where do you live, Lorne?
in Nashville now.
Nashville. What do you do in Nashville?
Actually, I work at a construction company.
And what do you build?
I just started
Many syllables. Just started that
last week.
last week. Yeah, so this is interesting. Lorne, this was the happiest Lorne has been. I think not only did he have an internet girlfriend, but he finally had a job that he liked after selling Beatles benefit concert tickets at his call center. That he lasted probably, I don't know exactly how long he lasted there, but it was like less than a month, let's say. Because he started off the Lornography, the Holy Lornography, I think unemployed. And then he got the ticket selling job, and then he quit that. He was unemployed for like a week, and then he got the LOL job. And Lorne loved his job. He was like, oh man, I get to bring my dog with me. My boss already asked me if I wanted to just work for him, which is bullshit. But yeah, Lorne was happy. He liked his job. He had his internet girlfriend. He got out of a job and he was that he didn't like after he told the boss to go fuck himself, which never happened. I guarantee you that. and this was probably the happiest point in his life, and it was all going to go to shit.
Building a gym for a church.
A gym for a church.
Get your fucking words out, Lord.
Is that a good job?
Yeah.
Now, besides all this chat here, and we'll go through that in a minute, you also sent a whole bunch of pictures.
I'm listening to this with headphones on, and they're actually pretty nice headphones, like pretty high quality headphones. Not to humble brag or anything, but you can really hear a lot more detail, I think, when you're listening with headphones. You know, you can hear all the rippling of the paper, everything like that. Listen to this with headphones, and that's my recommendation.
I think that's appropriate.
God.
Snot.
He turns the fucking
all-
paper over. He's so disgusted with himself. And you can see when they watch his interrogation, when they bring up the nude pictures, that's when he bawls even more. I mean, he's bawling throughout the whole fucking thing, but he bawls even more when the nude pictures get brought up. He's like, that's when he goes, you know, he like makes his own separate. It's like a whole separate thing. He fucking turns the paper over though. That is fucking hilarious.
All your pictures, right? Is that all you do in your spare time?
No.
No, that's a fucking lie. That is all he was doing in his spare time. When he was not at work or at the karaoke bar, he was sitting in front of his computer chatting with Kayla. And he was naked for most of it. So that is bullshit. That is a fucking lie, Lorne.
You ever get in trouble like this before?
No, I've never done this before.
You've never done it before.
It's also a lie. He messaged other decoys. He's talked to other underage girls. Lorne's a fucking liar. We all know that though, but I'm just saying he's lying at this point.
Have you ever met anybody in person who you first
I
met
said
online
my microphone. Sorry if that was really loud.
in a chat room?
No.
This is the first time. So
Yeah.
what made you, all of a sudden for the first time, get online, chat up a 13-year-old girl, and drive up from Nashville to meet her for sex?
I didn't.
Lorne. You send her naked photos. You have an explicit conversation. And you bring condoms.
Yeah, Lorne tried to say, "Oh, I would never have had sex with her," but yeah, obviously that's a lie, and he doesn't even finish that sentence because he knows that, oh man, that's bullshit. And Hansen doesn't. Obviously, Hansen grills him on that. I think, is that the part of the job that Hansen enjoys the most when these guys? I don't think it is, because he gets clearly frustrated whenever they say, "I wasn't going to do anything," after he has the chat logs, right? After he has the receipts. He's like, but I think he enjoys that part a little because he can grill them. He can fucking grill them out right here. You say that. You brought condoms. You brought booze. What the fuck were you gonna do then?
What does that add up to?
37 plus 13 equals trouble. That's what Mike Manzi. I just got done recording that, so that's why it's fresh in the brain right now. Hang on, I'm going to pause for 1 second, guys. I gotta find something real quick. Alright, yeah, I found what I was looking for. It's for later on, so I'm not going to show it right now, but I did find it. So, let's keep going.
At first, you seem like the Good Samaritan, the protector. Don't tell me your last name. Don't ever tell anyone from the internet your last name, okay? Okay, why? Because there are some real weirdos on here sometimes, and they might try to go looking for you. So don't ever tell them your last name, your address, your phone number, the town you live in, or the school you go to. You're one of those weirdos.
Oh my god! That is great. I fucking love it. Hansen is in, this is the point in TCAP, I should say, where it was less about informative journalism and more about just getting reactions and trolling the hell out of people. Even though that line didn't make the final cut of the show, oh, that is a way up there in terms of the top Hansen singers right there. And Lorne cannot handle his emotions right now. He is, I think he's crying at this point. He's got his hand on his face. That's just a complete protective mechanism right there. But look at him. He's still, throughout the whole thing, he will have his legs crossed like that. And there is a theory that he kept the massaging chair on the entire fucking time. He just never shut it off. So this entire time, he's getting a fucking massage throughout this whole thing.
I mean, was that some kind of a ruse to gain her trust?
No,
And it was.
So how did
Lorne was a serial groomer, man. I think he's definitely done it before in terms of grooming children. He's definitely seeks out children, I think. That is his preference at this point in his life. Because he likes to have the power. He wanted somebody... Excuse me. That was awful, I know. But he wanted somebody who just wanted a toy. I don't think he was in love with Kayla Marie Armstrong, Kayla Moore. I don't think he was in love. I think he was attracted more to the fact that he said, whatever he said, Kayla agreed with it. No questions asked. And that's why he was attracted to Kayla. He's tried this before, but obviously because Lorne being Lorne, fucking insecure and needy as hell. I mean, he cries over everything. He's like, oh, and even in the Holy Lornography, he says, oh, you turned your cam off. I told you to leave your cam on so you could watch me sleep. But no. Lorne, so insecure, so like that. Obviously, his shtick would never work on an adult female, so he goes to the teenage females, and even they, I imagine, would get sick of his shtick after a while, and he finally found one that would go along with it, and it just happened to be fucking Sting.
Go from, hey, be careful, don't give anybody your last name, to, hi, here's some naked pictures of myself, and I'm coming over with condoms?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Don't know.
Well, you must know something. I mean, help me to understand this.
I don't know why.
You don't know.
I even did.
You don't know why you did it. Well, I think I know why you did it. You did it because you wanted to have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
I don't think that.
No, what?
What? Yeah, even Chris Hansen gets in on the mini syllables right there. And yeah, Lorne can't even say anything. He says because he doesn't want it, because he can't say that he didn't want to. He knows that he can't say that he didn't want to. So all he could come up was, I don't think that was it.
Was it?
You don't think it was it? Well, why don't you help me out? Why don't you tell me what it was then?
Yeah, so this is the Amanda James part of this, which I don't really care for, this next few minutes where he explains the Amanda James thing. I'm not really going to commentate much over this because I don't really have anything to say over it. This is my least favorite part of it. I'll just let it kind of play. If I have to say anything, I'll say anything. But I mean, I don't want to just skip over it, so we'll just let it play.
Because I wasted 5 years of my life on the internet talking to girls that gained my trust, and she seemed like somebody I could trust.
You could trust. So when you say you spent 5 years on the internet, what, getting taken advantage of by women? In what way?
In every way.
In every way. So that is one thing I do want to say. Lorne is definitely childish. Oh, you got taken advantage of by women? In what way? In every way. Like, no, shut the fuck up. You didn't get taken advantage of in every way. Lorne's definitely got an overinflated sense of self. He thinks that his entire world revolves around him when it doesn't.
I was on Washington
So
State.
that's why he said that, in my opinion.
That's when I started going on the internet.
When you lived in Washington State, you started going on the internet, and what happened?
I met a girl, and she said her name was Amanda James, and she told me that her daughter was her niece, and that she was watching her niece. Well, she actually had custody of her niece.
And then?
3 years later, I moved back to Maine, just to be close to her because she lived in Pennsylvania. And I didn't date anyone. I didn't see anyone because of her.
All right, so what happened?
I got back to Maine and I was talking to her
On the phone.
and she, my sister wanted to say hi to her, and my sister had been on the internet for a couple of years and she was able to read people pretty good.
And what happened?
And she got on the phone with her, and she, after she got off the phone, she was only on the phone with her for about 2 minutes, and she got off the phone with her and told me that she wasn't real.
She wasn't real.
No. So, like, that's Lorne to a T. He has gone years talking to fake women from the internet. Years. And he still hasn't learned his lesson. After he just went to prison again, there's already been contact made, and Lorne's gone along with it. Lorne is a fucking idiot, and he deserves everything that he's gotten. This happened to him back in, what did he say this was, 2001, something like that? And this happened to him from 2001. He went to jail for 5 years, so that doesn't really count, but nearly 20 fucking years he's been getting catfished on the internet. He doesn't learn. He thinks that every woman that he talks to is in love with him. He's a fucking idiot. Fucking idiot.
She told me she was lying to me, and she'd been lying to me all along.
Did you ever meet this woman?
And he said he moved to Maine, from Maine to be closer to her. She lived in Pennsylvania. Those aren't close. They might be on the same, like, coast, but they're not close to each other. That's fucking stupid right there.
Send her money?
I sent her money. I sent her all kinds of Dale Earnhardt things.
Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, I don't think he sent her money. I think that's bullshit. Because, I mean, unless he sent her a Dale Earnhardt signed thing that was maybe worth... How much could a signed Dale Earnhardt, like fucking... I don't know. If he sent her a signed Dale Earnhardt thing, which I doubt he did, but say he sent her that, how much is that actually worth? Maybe $500? I mean, it's Dale Earnhardt. He's a legend in that sport, but he's not... I mean, he's not Michael Jordan in terms of mainstream appeal, right? I mean, so he's... I think he definitely sent her Dale Earnhardt things, but I don't think he sent her money. I don't think he sent her anything very valuable. And that's probably... Then Amanda James was definitely probably just doing it for money, and she realized, oh shit, of course I get stuck with Lorne, who's fucking broke as shit. Lorne probably sent her a Dale Earnhardt sticker from the back of a fucking, I don't know. I mean, I would say like training cards, but I don't think they make those for NASCAR. But like something like that, like a fathead sticker. So that qualifies because it costs like $80 for a fathead. So say you sent her one of those, and Lorne's like, yeah, I sent her one of those. It cost me $80. Poor me.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. things. She was Dale.
The race car driver.
Yeah.
Do you say Dale Jr. or Dale? Not that it really matters, but...
And so because you got taken advantage by a couple of women on the internet, you thought it was okay to take advantage of a 13-year-old girl on the internet.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so that whole Amanda James thing, it doesn't even vindicate him in any way, you know? It doesn't do anything to support. He's like, oh, I got taken advantage of on the internet, so I would never do that to somebody else. I don't know, that's his thinking, but I don't know how he thinks that, because it's obviously not true. Obviously not true. Because he is trying to take it. Maybe he's like, in the back of his mind, he's like, yeah, somebody did it to me, so I'm going to do it back to them. That might be his thinking. I could buy that. But it's definitely not, oh, yeah, I was taken advantage of on the internet, so I would never do that to somebody, because I'm a good guy. You're a piece of shit, Lorne. Alright, I'm going to break this up the first time ever. We're going to get 3 parts of this shit out, so let's do it. See you guys in part 3.